Okay, so when you're part of a training company, as I am, you always get the last time slot, you know, the 60th one. So, hi guys and welcome. My name is Dragutin Živković. I'm working for Algebra. I'm a product manager at Algebra, so in charge for IT professional and business education. And business training. When I'm talking about IT professional training, I'm talking about vendor stuff, you know, Microsoft, Cisco, VMware, Red Hat, Oracle, and so on. When I'm talking about business education, business training, I'm talking about product management, service management, ITIL, Scrum, and so on. One more thing. When you are a sponsor at the conference, as Algebra is, you always talk about company you're working for. So I'm going to give you a very detailed presentation about Algebra. Many numbers, you know, revenues and so on. It was a joke. Come on. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you a very short, but very short overview of AWS training and certification. After that, I'm gonna try to discuss with you some things about training, about delivery methods, about new learning methods, and so on. I'm gonna not bombard you with details. I'm gonna not bombard you with numbers and so on. Please help me get involved and discuss. Okay? Thank you. So, basically, when you are talking about AWS training, you are talking about free digital training, and you are talking about classroom training. It is obviously not free, as you notice. Free digital training is a self-paced training, video format on first or fundamental level. Classroom training, when we are talking about classroom training, we are talking about all three levels: fundamental, intermediate, and advanced level. We are talking about the possibilities to deliver those training in local language. In Croatia, it is of course Croatian, or in English language. And we are talking about public and private schedule. What does public schedule means? So, when you are freelancer, when you are an individual person, or when you are just one person interested in this stuff working for a company, you get a public schedule. So when you get a public schedule and you attend a class, you will be sitting in the class with your colleagues from other companies, and you will follow the official content, the official curriculum. When you are a team leader or a company that want to develop competencies, but with some extras, let's say it like that, you get a private schedule. Then you have a chance to discuss with the delivery company, with the training company, as Algebra is. You can discuss dynamics of the lectures. You can discuss schedule. You can discuss even content. That's about all I'm going to tell you about AWS training. But some more facts. You can divide those trainings by roles. So we can talk about cloud practitioner, architect, developer, or operation staff. You can divide it by skills. I already mentioned that. Fundamental, intermediate, or advanced. Usually it is like that with all IT vendors. And finally, you can divide it by domain in 21 categories, as you can see. What about certification? You have to take two steps. You have to schedule or book the exam. Just Google PSI company, or take this address, psionline.com. After that, you have to take the exam. In that case, you go to Algebra. You can Google it. You can take these others over there. That is all I'm going to tell you about training and certification, AWS training and certification. And now, so, as you, I suppose, already noticed, there are some major changes in training business, in training delivery methods. There are some new buzzwords like learning as a service, like hybrid models, like self-paced but supported or mentored learning, and so on. Let's discuss this, if possible. Do someone of you have some experience with self-paced training? Come on. Okay, great. So, how was it? Did you do it by yourself from the beginning to the start? Okay. Would a mentor help you? Yeah. Bye.
Because you have to try it out multiple times to basically figure out the thing, and as somebody with experience basically gives you, it makes it faster in essence. You will always get to the answer, just a matter of time.
Okay. Okay. So mentor can shorten your way. Okay, great. Anybody else? Self-paced training experience? Okay. So congratulations. You are the first and obviously the only one. So all you other are taking classroom training. Yeah? Yeah? No? How many times a year? Once, twice, thrice, three times? Sorry. More? Even more? Okay, great. I already know you. Let's continue. There is a colleague of mine sitting over there. His name is Živković. He's a key account manager in Algebra. Very interesting. So, Živko, please, can you tell us what is your role in Algebra? What are you doing for your customers?
Okay, I work as a key account manager in Algebra, and my key role is not to put something, to give something from the shelf as a course to students and to employees of those companies, but to make their businesses more viable, empowering their businesses by acquiring knowledges and skills from courses like this one. So I may say the ultimate objective is to make their business grow.
Are you successful? Sorry. Do you make any kind of a follow-up after they take the training or the education or the whole process? So do you stay in touch with your customers?
Okay, if I may say the joke, because I'm Živko, okay, they come each year and year after year. So I think there are many benefits they gain from that trend. Yes, I may put like that in simple way.
Okay.
Was that a joke?
Yeah.
Nobody laughs. Sorry. There is also another colleague of mine here. His name is Marko Drnovački. He is also a key account manager in Algebra. Yeah, in Algebra, sorry. So, Marko, can you tell us what is obviously, our Algebra's role as a training company. What are we doing for our customers?
Okay, so would it be easier? Actually, I'm in a rock band and I like to sing. What our main job would be is to understand the needs of the customer, because it's not only about sending people to get trained. There must be some benefit to the company to send their people to training, and there also has to be a benefit for the student itself to get trained. What we try to do is actually we try to define the needs of the current status of competencies that companies have with the people already employed, and we try to meet their needs in acquiring new skills and how to lead them to raise the competencies of the people and teams itself. No matter the vendor, the platform, it always has some specifics. And what we usually do, since I'm working as key account manager as well, we try to identify some special needs in terms of skills that don't have to be focused on off-the-shelf trainings. That can also be focused on the specific business needs and business challenges they are facing, to help them to find a solution for the problems they are having. I could talk about it, for hours, but we can probably put this later. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So, thank you, Marko. So, can we say that you and Vicko are helping the customers to be more efficient? Yeah? Okay. So, guys, this is something we in Algebra do. We are delivery company, so we are delivering the trainings. But we are also selling the trainings, so you can buy from us. But our goal is not to sell. Our goal is to deliver. Why? To help you. To help you. So this is our business model. This is something we are doing for more than 20 years. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what hybrid model is? When we are discussing learning models, delivery methods, do you know what a hybrid model is? So, okay, let me explain. Obviously, you have some free of charge stuff. Obviously, you have some low cost trainings. You have official trainings. You have self-paced trainings. You have supported trainings. You have all of that. It is not Internet of Things, it is learning, how to call it, a big cloud of many interesting fragments of material you can learn and use it. So, when you combine all of them, or even better, some of them, the best one, you get a hybrid model. So, you can get self-paced, supported or mentored learning formats. Get a free course. Don't book it. Just get a free course. But talk to Algebra, and we will support you on your learning journey. We will give you a mentor. A mentor will guide you. A mentor will save your time, and so on. It is more efficient. That is also something we do for all the vendors. That's more or less new thing. It is a new thing for us in Croatia. And it is sufficient. You can always get a traditional classroom training. But if you don't have time for it, if you don't have money for it, there are also other models, other methods. You can always talk to us, you can always talk to Algebra, and we will find the best there for you, honestly. You heard what Marko and Vicko said. So they are taking care of your needs. Sorry.
I would just like to share one perspective from the learning curve. So each one of us have our own training style, so learning style. Someone want to learn by listening for instructor in the classroom. Someone would like to take a seat on the sun and to have a book in his hands. Someone would like to learn, I don't know, in a boot camp. Someone would like to learn for 45 minutes from different medias, and that's something it's more challenging than before. So talking about models, this is one interesting perspective because each one of us has his own learning style.
Thank you, Vicko. We didn't agree on that. No, but I'll talk to you later. So, Marko, can you tell us something about opportunities? Opportunities that customers get from us.
We didn't agree on this one. Oh yeah. So I thought we were going to talk about something else.
So we agreed that I will talk about the opportunities. But please.
I can tell something about some fresh experiences we had with a couple of big clients who usually take education from us, on a yearly basis. They plan their education budget on a yearly basis, etc. So they had a very specific need of creating some, how I like to call them, exotic training with some very specific platform. I'm not gonna name it because it's gonna look like I'm promoting the other vendors. But they had very specific need in acquiring some very special skills on very fresh but hot technology. And there are only 2 trainers in the world currently delivering it very successfully with, substantial qualification to do that training because they have a real life experience with implementing the specific technology or platform. And what we had done was we actually organized the whole thing for them because eventually they wouldn't probably get the opportunity, to get that sort of training with that specific trainer on that for that amount of money, the budget they had, they have at disposal. So this is what we do, and I would call that an opportunity. On a real life example, I have some more information about opportunities, but you probably wouldn't let me.
Yeah. Thank you, Marko. As always, you have. So, guys. So, in conclusion, Algebra, as many other good training companies, we are not selling the training. We are trying to help you to grow your business, to grow your competencies, to be a better IT expert, to be a better business expert, and so on. That is something we do. You have many options. You have many options. As I said, you can take a free of charge self-paced training. You can take classroom training, pay for it, and all that stuff. But don't explore it by yourself. Contact us, we will help you, honestly. At the end, I would like to invite you. You know, there is a big battle going on at our booth, at Algebra booth, Algebra booth over there. It is called Awesome Battle. Try it. You will get a goodie or a gadget or something like that. Be the fastest, be the best. And tomorrow come to the last time slot to prize giving ceremony, and you can get a training voucher or a voucher on 5,000 kunas for IT professional training in algebra. Microsoft, Cisco, VMware, Oracle, Red Hat, IC2, and so on. So, that's about all you're going to hear from me. If you don't have any questions. Do you have any questions?
So, if we have a need for specialist training and something that you don't find on any other training curriculums out there, could we work with you and just define that together to get something out of it so we can get you to train our things?
That's a very good question. Thank you for that question. They usually do that on the conferences, you know. Yeah. Yes. Algebra is one of the algebra.
We are talking about the same company, but it is pronounced different. The Algebra I am working for is pronounced algebra. The company you are working for is pronounced algebra. Is it right?
Or Algebra.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so basically Algebra is one of the founding members of Leading Learning Partners Association. It's an association that currently has 30 plus members worldwide. We have started that story 5 years ago. We are working on a worldwide market as one entity, as I can say. What's good in that? There are a lot of topics that we do not cover. Okay, there are a lot of specific trainings that we do not cover, but we have a whole network of 30 plus training centers, the best ones in their country, who have experienced trainers, and we have the infrastructure and this possibility to implement something on site. With you working, in identifying, well, the case I was telling you about earlier it was all about understanding your needs, trying to find the right resource, scoping your needs, what would actually fit into what you need and how much money do you have, etc. So we can work on finding the right resources, because as if you know, the trainers in the Western Europe part of this Europe are probably 2 to 3 times, at least 2 to 3 times more expensive than some other trainers, especially the ones from Croatia or the southeastern part of Europe. And we can always work on finding the best fit for what you actually need. We can also work, if we are talking about custom trainings, we can also work on tailored content, which we find very useful, especially for the clients who would like to replicate some stuff, for their employees. And we can, try to meet all the needs you have, and perhaps put aside stuff you are not interested in, or it would take too much time, or too much money, whatever. So yes, there's a possibility of making such stories alive. Thank you for the question.
Thank you for the question.
Do we have a ball? Do we have a ball?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Can we sing?
No. Yeah. So we are the training specialists. We are not AWS specialists. We are not Microsoft specialists. We are not Oracle specialists. But we have specialists working for us, for the company, for the same company. But we are the training specialists, we know the best way for you. Yeah, that's very, yeah, that's the key point here. Any more questions? So I have 2 more balls. Come on.
Well, I have something.
Even better. Oh, great. A credit card. No.
Without limit.
Oh, yeah.
16 gigabytes USB, you know.
So I have a question.
Okay.
I don't need it, but just for sake. So how do you find the employees that were sent to your courses without them really wanting to go there? So you get 5, 6 of them. Oh God, my boss sent me here. I really I don't give a something about it.
Yeah. So some of the students are more, some of the students are not so motivated. That's the fact. What we can offer to a customer, to a company, is some kind of, or not some kind, it's a detailed report on someone's progress. So you will get the information second day. So if the course starts on Monday, usually does, you will get the information on Monday. So we have experienced trainers. They know how to motivate them. They have knowledge about technology, but they also have knowledge and skills about how to transfer the knowledge to another guy, how to motivate him, and so on. Yeah, but we are dealing with that problem all the time. Some of the people are not so motivated. But, Marco, sorry?
If I can add, if I can add something to that. The times are changing, you know. People have finally started realizing that raising their own competencies can help them professionally, you know, not only in the company they work now, but, well, the company that knows how to value certified and skilled. How many of mid to top management are here? Because I'm probably, you know, saying, you know, wrong stuff. Okay, so people have started realizing that getting trained is good for them, and the first training can be hard. You know, the next training they take can be motivating, and that's something, you know. It's a learning process, but people in this area in Croatia and Balkans have started. Adriatics, okay, have started realizing that that might be good for them, and on the other side, companies have finally started realizing in a bigger amount that it's good for their people to get trained. They have their ways, you know, on how to keep them working for them in terms of you should write an annex of our contract or something like that, but there are ways, you know, and it's all about the perspective. The perspective is have started to change significantly. So,
if you have a problem with a student that is not so motivated to learn, usually he or she is coming from public sector. You know, they are never coming from privately held companies. Never. So, oh. Do you want? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Are there any more questions? So, thank you, guys. Thank you, IOLAB. Thank you, Amazon, for inviting us here, for giving us a chance to talk about sexy things we just discussed. Thank you.